Have you ever believed in ghosts, spirits? I bet you did. But believe me, there is nothing like that. There are some other creatures, those who are living among us on this planet. We cannot see them, but they can see us. Have you ever think about it? Every religion has it in their stories. All of these creatures are in the higher dimensions that you cannot see. We are going to talk about how to see in higher dimensions and what will you find there and who. So now I'm going to start off with higher power and higher energies. Well, what I mean with higher power and higher energies is the powers that you possess. Yes, you do possess so many powers as a 3D, third dimensional being. You do. As there are 11 dimensions in this world, on this earth. And there are 11 different kind of creatures living in these 11 dimensions on the planet. We are only the third dimension. It's like a filter. We cannot see other dimensions. We can only see first, second, and third dimension. Higher dimensional beings can see lower dimensional beings, but lower dimensional beings cannot see into the higher dimensions. Our Mother Earth, this planet, is consist of 11, 11 dimensions. We can only see three dimensions: first dimension, second, and third, because we are the third one. Imagine you're standing on a staircase. You can only see downwards, and there are 11 people standing in that staircase. You can see people who are standing down, but you cannot see above. The creatures, the powers, the things that are on the fourth dimension, they can see us, but we cannot see them. We cannot see higher dimensions. If we are spiritually enabled, we can feel them, but we still cannot see them because physically our eyes are not made to see in the fourth or above dimensions. I hope you understood that now. Dimensions. We are on the third dimension. I'll give you an example. What are dimensions? First dimension beings, they are very small creatures like microbes. These creatures travel only in one direction, like they have a very short span of lifetime, and still we can see them through microscopes, and they are living in their own world. They cannot see us. We can see them. They are too small to understand. They are too small. They have brains, they have eyes, but they cannot see us. The creatures of second dimension, I'll give you an example of this. You can actually see them from your naked eyes, and they can see only two dimensions. They cannot see the third dimension. I'll give you an example. If you see an ant, black one or red one, they can only see, their eyes can only see two dimensions. Like they are the second dimension creatures, but we can see them because we are the third dimension creatures. The second dimension cannot see us. That is why, by mistake, they bite you sometimes. The two dimension beings can only see straight. They cannot see in the depth. They cannot see in depth. So that means if you make a line from a pen in front of an ant, the ant will not cross it. The ant believes that there is a wall in front of her, and you know that you have put just a line. From your perspective, that ant can actually dodge it or climb it, and there is nothing to climb. That's just a line. An ant can easily go, but according to her eyes, the eyes that can see only two dimensions, it believes that there is a wall. So that we all of us have done this in our childhood. This is a very great experiment that we all have done it, and drawing a line in front of an ant and laughing at it that it cannot cross it. But this is the truth, that they are the second dimension creatures. They cannot see in depth. They can only see length and breadth and not the height. So they believe that what they are looking at is a wall, but in reality, in third dimension, that's just a line of a pen that you drew. Just like that, fourth dimension beings can see you, can see us, and there are so many limitations that we believe there are, but there are not, according to the fourth dimension beings. They believe we can do something, but we stop ourselves. And there is only one way we can achieve something, just by drawing our attention to it. How? By asking for it. To whom to ask? Ask, we have to ask ourselves to believe in it. Again, I'm coming back to the spiritual awakening thing. That means that is the ultimate key, to believe in yourself. If you believe that you can achieve something, you definitely will. You can even ask help of the four dimension beings to achieve it. I'll give you an example. Let's have an example of the third dimension and two dimension beings. If you are sitting and having a pizza, an ant comes and she starts to speak and ask you, can I have one topping of your pizza? It'll be enough for me for this week. What will you do? First you'll be surprised, right? An ant can talk to me. Okay, I will give you one topping. I'll give you full pizza. I'll order another one. Take it. You will definitely give her your full pizza, or maybe a slice. If you're really hungry, you will give her a slice of pizza. You will do that, right? Because first thing, you'll be surprised that an ant can talk to me. And if she is asking you for help, you will definitely help. You will give it to her. If you are spiritually awakened, I'll tell you, listen it very carefully. If you are spiritually awakened, and if you want to communicate with the four dimension beings, you need to meditate. If you close your eyes, concentrate onto the four dimension beings. You don't know them. You don't know how do they look, because they don't have any physical appearance. They are also spiritual beings, and you can communicate them through your brain. Just relax yourself, close your eyes, and meditate. And when you will meditate, ask for what you want. And when you will ask for what you want, they will start to communicate with you. They will tell you what to do. First thing that comes in your mind is the easiest answer to how to achieve it. But that totally depends on to who's answering. I am not going to scare you with this, but I'm going to warn you that just like in this world, we have some good people and we have some bad people. If you reach a bad four-dimensional being, like a negative one, if they are like into wrong things, you'll get screwed. But you know, that is why we have rules, laws in this world. Follow those rules, follow those laws of this third dimension of our community as human beings. Don't break any rule in according to reach what you want. Don't ever do that. Just ask for the answer. If you believe the answer is according to rules of this world, go ahead and do it, and you will get what you've asked for. In the next podcast, I will tell you step by step procedure how to communicate and receive messages from the four dimension beings. Stay tuned.